Yo, what's up, guys? So, as you know, I really enjoy a large handheld. Like some of my favorite devices here, the AOKZOE A1 Pro, the One X Player 2, my all-time favorite right now, the Neo Kun, and the big boy with the 8.8-inch screen, the Lenovo Legion Go. I really do enjoy the large immersive screen that these devices offer with the ergonomics, battery life, and all those other awesome features you get when you have a large handheld. But I also appreciate a smaller handheld like the GPD Win 4 here. It is very compact, very portable, and I do appreciate that. So today, we're actually going to be looking at another device from the same company as this small handheld here, and that is going to be the GPD Win Mini. So we finally got the GPD Win Mini in the house. Um, I swear I would never get the laptop style devices, but this one convinced me, and so today we're going to check it out. I think I'm going to like this one. So let's not waste any time. Let's get into it. Before we do that, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, ring that bell, and all that great YouTube stuff, and let's get into it. The Win Mini from GPD. Okay, so let's open this box and check out the GPD Win Mini. Trusty handy dandy unboxing knife. Make sure you safety first, kids. So yeah, I am very excited for this device because I've never had like the laptop style devices like the original GPD Win Mini, the Win 2, or the GPD Win Max 2 that is the big boy on the market right now. I just didn't really like the idea of the laptop style devices, so that kind of put me off. So we're into the box now. We have some paperwork on the top. Maybe this is like a user manual. Let's check that out. So yeah, we get our user manual here. It's gonna let you know all of your buttons and how all of the functions work. Plug that to the side and file it. Now here we have the device here. Let's put this to the side first. Excited to check that out. Put that to the side. Now let's look at the other accessories we get in the box. We have a charger, of course, USB-C to USB-C. I like to see a braided cable. I do like the braided cables, but this cable does seem thick and durable, so that is good to see. We also have a USB-C to USB-A adapter here. Looks like you could put that on a keychain. So we have USB-C here and USB-A. That's because they do not have a USB-A port on this to replace it with another port. We'll get into that when we check out the device itself. Now we also have a charger here. It is actually pretty small, much smaller than the GPD Win 4 charger. It does have two ports on it, so I'm interested to see what is the wattage of this 65 watt charger. You won't be able to see that there, but it is a 65 watt charger, which is not bad. I would love to see maybe 100 watt, but 65 watts is good to go. Now that's everything in the box here. So let's set this to the side and check out the Win Mini itself. Now this is exciting, you guys. This is a device that I didn't even think that I was going to like. And I might just have to change my mind now. So here we have the GPD Win Mini. Let's get a little closer here and check that out. The GPD Win Mini. It does feel cool to the touch. I think this is metal. It may be metal, it may be plastic, but it does feel like metal to the touch. You can hear my ring. It does feel like metal, so maybe it is metal on the top. Not sure about the bottom. The bottom could be plastic, but the top does kind of feel like metal. Maybe it's just cooled. But anyway, so here we have it here. On the top, let's check that out. We have our triggers here, our bumpers. We have our ports here. So our port selection is pretty decent. We have USB-C, which is USB 4. So we're going to get 40 gigabits per second. You could use each GPUs on that. We have USB-C. I believe that's 3.2. So you can get good speeds there. We have a switch that's going to take us from gamepad mode into mouse mode for our controller. Then we have a headphone jack, We have a micro USB port here and the famous Oculink port. Now, this is why we need that USB-C to USB-A adapter, because they replaced the USB-A port with the Oculink port. Like you can see on the GPD Win 4 here, they had a USB-A port and a USB-C, and then they had a USB-C on the bottom. I am sad to see the USB-A port go, because I do like to put like peripherals, mouse and keyboard in that USB-A port. And Oculink port is a much faster connector, but it is more focused for like eGPUs at this point in time. So it's not the most versatile port, but it is a much faster port. So some people do appreciate that for eGPUs. Now on the back, we just have our ventilation. We have a sticker for DTS X, so that's going to be pretty good audio there. And nothing else on the back. We do have holes on the back for the grip attachments. I did order the grip attachments; they're not in yet, so I may do a video on those when they arrive. Now it does feel good. How does it feel in the hand? Pretty good. Not the most ergonomic thing, but let's open this thing up, you guys, and get to it. This is the moment of truth. All right, so the hinge feels good, you guys. Just opening that up. Now take a look at this. The GPD Win Mini. Let me give you some space here, just so you guys can see a little bit more of this. The GPD Win Mini, and I am liking this device. How does it feel? The joysticks, they are recessed, as you can see here. They are recessed into the body just so that they can actually close. From my first impressions of how does it feel, it does feel pretty decent here. I probably am going to appreciate those grip attachments, but it does feel pretty decent. Controls feel all right. It feels like a Nintendo Switch, just from the size and the overall travel. But these are Hall effect, so we should get no issues of drift and a much more precise experience. So here we have it. The buttons, they do feel clicky. They feel pretty much identical to the GPD Win 4 buttons. They are slightly larger here, I believe. Yeah, just ever so slightly larger. The D-pad, everything feels the same as the Win 4 here. The keyboard actually feels good. I do think the keyboard feels better than the Win Mini. It is larger, as you can see here. The keys are larger, so that does give you a little bit more surface area to press, and I am liking that so far. As far as ergonomics goes, I think I could, play this for an extended period of time. As you can see how you have to hold it, you pretty much have to lay your hand flat on the back like this. There's not much really to grip because it's just flat. But it feels like holding a tablet. If you're playing a game on a tablet or typing on a tablet and holding it in like the portrait orientation, this is kind of what it feels to hold and to type on. I do think you can thumb type on this rather nicely. So yeah, overall first impression of the feel, feels good. Not the most ergonomic experience for gaming, of course, but it is yet to be seen. So let's power this thing on, see if it has any juice, and hopefully we can get into it. I'm gonna have to charge it up and then get back to you. So let me just plug this in and we'll check it out. Okay, so we do have power now. And as this thing is booting up, I guess I can just go over the specs for you guys. So the GPD Win Mini that I have, it has the Ryzen 7 7840U from AMD. That is the newest processor at the recording of this video. I know the 8000 series is coming out. This you may be seeing this video in 2024, so the 8000 series may already be out. So it has the Ryzen 7 7840U, 32 gigabytes of RAM. It has 2 terabytes of storage in this device. And at the time of recording this, 2 terabytes is actually the largest that you can that is officially supported, because this device uses a 2230 size SSD. That's the same you're going to find in the ROG Ally and the Steam Deck. So it is readily available, but it is just the smaller size SSD. So that's something to keep in mind. It's not going to be the larger 2280. And that's interesting because the Win 4 does have a full size 2280 SSD, so that SSD is sitting like right here. So they was able to fit it in here, but I guess the internals did not allow them to fit the full size SSD into the Win Mini. So yeah, that's just a brief overview of the specs there. So let's set this thing up. I'm gonna get into it and tell you guys my overall first impression and thoughts. Okay, so I'm getting it set up here, and I think it is a pretty good device. I'm definitely gonna want those grips, because I can tell that when I'm holding it like this, it's not gonna be the most ergonomic, and I can actually feel the heat on the back. Now it's not super hot, but it's not really running any games right now, so I can just imagine that it can get pretty hot here. Not like uncomfortable, but I just want a little bit more grip. So those grips are on the way. I'm definitely going to be happy to put those on. One thing that I don't really like right off the bat is that I put some low profile stick grips on here. So these are designed for the Nintendo Switch, and they are very low profile, as you can see here, but the lid cannot fully close with those caps on, so you can see the gap here, and if I try to close it, it actually pushes down on the sticks, so it looks like stick grips, even the smallest ones available, are not really an option for this device. It's not the biggest deal. I just do like an extra bit of grip and traction on my sticks, but you have to pay the price for that portability here. So as it's getting set up, I'm going to do a lot more videos on this device, of course, but as it's all getting set up, let's just do some size comparisons and weight comparisons between some other devices I have here. Let's see just how many it is. Let's compare the size and weight to some other heavy hitters. Okay, so we have our scale here. Let's check the weight of the GPD Win Mini here. Let's see how much this thing weighs. Okay, 534 grams. So that is actually pretty light. That may be the lightest handout I have here. Let's compare that to the Steam Deck OLED limited edition. It's around 620 grams. So I think that is the GPD Win Mini may be the lightest device that we have right now. Compare that to the ROG Ally. So that's around 620 grams as well, 619. Let's compare that with the GPD Win 4. So the Win 4 is heavier at 609 grams. Now let's bring in the big boys. Let's check out the Legion Go. We know this is around 800 something grams, 859 grams there, as you can see. So that is pretty heavy there. Now let's check out the One X Player 2. This is also another big chungus heavy device. That's going to be around the same as the Legion Go, around 855 grams. Now the big chungus himself, the GPD, I mean, not GPD, the ANEO Kun, my favorite device right now, 965 grams. This device is a huge, heavy boy. That is like, it's so much that, just add like a couple grams and it's like twice as heavy. So 534 grams. It is the lightest device that I have right now, well, PC handheld. It does feel good. My first impressions is that it does feel pretty good. The build quality, the hinge does feel like it can take a lot of stress here. So it does stay wherever you put it. It doesn't like go down at any point. You can get it all the way to almost closed, and it never just shuts like a lot of other hinges will. So yeah, I am liking this device. I will say we're gonna put the performance to the test. We're gonna do I'll do some versus videos between some other popular devices just for things like battery life, performance. It does have a 44 watt hour battery, so not the biggest. It is still bigger than the ROG Ally, so that is good to see. So yeah, we're gonna come back with another video focusing on this device. I'm very excited because this is my first handout with this form factor. I had the keyboard with the Win 4, but now we have this this clamshell style device, and I am excited for this this new form factor to really test it out and really get into it. So performance is a 7840U, 32 gigabytes of RAM, so you kind of know what to expect, but we're going to put it to the test because it may be limited by the heat, so we may not be able to push this device, you know, up to 25-30 watts comfortably, but we are going to test that. When I get the grips in later this week, I'm going to do another video really diving into the performance and the overall possibility of this device when I get those grips in a few days. So stay tuned for that. This is more like just an initial impressions, unboxing, and all that good stuff. First impression is that it does feel good. It does feel premium. Not the most ergonomic, but like I said, I haven't done too much gaming on it yet, but my first impression is that it is good. The screen also looks great on this, 120 hertz. I believe it goes up to 500 nits, so I am seeing that it is very bright, looks very sharp at 1080p, 7 inches, so it is a great screen. Not VRR like the ROG Ally, but I think it is still a great display on this device here. So stay tuned. We're gonna get into some deep dive and reviews, and we're gonna test this thing out. We're gonna test this thing out. We're gonna put it through its paces and see how it stacks up. My initial impressions are good, so that is good to see, and we are going to see a lot more of this device here because it's like a new era, a new form factor, and we have to really put it through its paces. So stay tuned for more videos on this. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, ring that bell, all that great YouTube stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Gonna enjoy the Win Mini here. So yeah, peace.